Okay. All right, Lisa. I'm ready.
I already hit record.
Good morning. The world does not give a fuck. What's happening, family? You're listening to the Unfiltered Lyman with BLT. Every week, we will reflect on our journey on trying to navigate between our parents' traditional culture versus American culture. Oh, gosh, boy. We are your hosts.
Bertie, the Haitian Sensation.
Lisa, the Dominican Diva.
And of course, Terry, the Tantalizing Trini. Olya, no one is talking. So let's get unfiltered. Wait a minute.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I think we're going two different ways.
I don't 100% agree with B. I think that you need to be the person that you are. If you are that person that you lead off with good morning and they in this rant, that rant ain't about you, That rant is about them. You just in the line of, you just happen to be the first contact person that they came with whatever happened that they just sounded off on. But I don't think that you should stop being who you are, even though this world is selfish. I don't think that you should stop being who you are. If you're the good morning person before you start off, or the hi, how you doing? And they want to be like, fuck you, bitch. Then, all right, then, and you have a good day and you keep it moving. So you don't have to feed into their foolishness. That's happened. I know that's happened to me. I'm like, all righty then. We rolling right along. And then I just keep it moving. But don't stop being who you are. That's my whole thing. So if they in this rant, that doesn't mean that you just like, oh, well, you know something? They can kiss my ass. Nah, I don't think that you should stop being who you are. Because then now they're altering. Now you are letting them alter who you are.
So let me ask you this question, Terry. I agree with that. Be who you are. So let me ask you this. If you were not in hospitality, because I think being who we are and sometimes our environment conditions us. If you were not in hospitality, would you say good morning to everybody? No, because that's another thing.
Not. See? Probably not.
So that's why I'm not saying don't be who you are, but understanding that, okay, I guess I look at it differently because my thing, Terry, is I feel like if you're going to say, and again, it goes back to the world doesn't give a fuck. Are you saying good morning? Like if I'm saying good morning to you, then I'm prepared to take your rent. I'm prepared to take whatever you got coming because I'm saying good morning. I'm putting in that energy. So my thing is, if we don't want it, then why say it? Because then it's like I'm saying good morning. If you coming to me and I'm saying good morning, good morning, good morning, then your expectation, you don't know what the other person comes with. So it is your responsibility, I feel, at that point, because I'm feeding into that energy to feel like whatever they got coming, maybe there's a reason. And you gotta take it because then it becomes your issue because you said good morning.
B, why are you feeding it? Why are you feeding into that? That's what I want to know. Why are you feeding into that?
Because you said good morning. If you didn't say good morning, you wouldn't know.
But then B, okay.
Because you said good morning. Okay. So I'm not gonna say good morning to you because I don't know what's coming in out of your mouth.
That's the whole thing, though, B. Okay, you don't know what you're getting from each person. You don't know. Okay, so Monday, you could say good morning to me.
That's my point. So the thing is, if I don't want to know,
why wouldn't you? Okay, so my question is, if you don't know what you're getting from day to day, then why would you stop on the first time? If on Monday you say good morning to me, and then I'm like, fuck you, and I keep on walking. So that means that Tuesday, you can say good morning to me. I can be like, hey, B, how are you? Monday just could have been a fucked up day. So you from day to day, you don't know what you're
completely right. So
go ahead.
That's completely right. But I'm saying is if my energy doesn't feel like saying good morning to you, I'm not going to say good morning to you.
So you're talking about how you're feeling.
I may want to say good morning to you because I feel like, but I'm feeling like if I come across, and I'll tell you this personally, if I come across somebody and their energy's not right, there's some energies like it tells me to talk to this person. Okay. Right, I'm just not trying to be like. Let's be honest. I think the whole good morning, we're just trying to be nice and trying to be like all this stuff. Let's be real honest.
I also feel like it set a tone. I think for me, it set the tone.
Right. So the thing is, if I see and I'm saying good morning to everybody because I just feel like, I want to say good morning to everybody. That's fine, right? I'm not gonna stop, but at the same time, I just feel like now I don't have to say good morning to everybody. I don't have to come across and be nice to everybody. I don't have to do these things. If it comes, like, it's not trying to be mean, but it's just being realistic, because I feel like if you're going to say good morning, it goes back to the word doesn't give a fuck. Are you listening to the answer to be able to respond to what that person is going through? Is all I'm saying. If I'm saying good morning to you, I'm saying that I care about what the answer is, to be able to be there to listen to whatever it is. And you could be having a fucked up day Tuesday, and you could have a good, that's fine. But I'm listening for the answer. I'm just not saying good morning to say good morning. I'm saying good morning because whatever, that's what I'm saying. Like the world doesn't give a fuck. We go through this motion like, oh, I'm just saying good morning, but we're not listening to the person's answer. So if this person, what is the answer? Like, I'm going in, if I'm saying good morning to you, Terry, I'm saying that I care what the answer is. You understand what I'm saying? To be able to respond to that. So you can't tell me that everybody you come across, you care about what their answer is when you say good morning to them. You don't give a fuck about every single person's answer.
I don't give a fuck about everybody's answer, but I will tell you this. It sets a tone, right?
Okay.
Right.
I believe when you say good morning to someone, it sets the tone. So even if a person, when you see them and they're coming towards you and they might be on 100, when you say good morning to people, it kind of brings them down a little bit. Like, all right, let me settle back. Good morning. How are you? And then they go into whatever conversation that you two need to have. I do believe it does that. That's what I have learned from being in the hospitality environment. That's what I've learned. This is all things me. Okay. I believe it does set a tone. It also sets a tone. I find that I use it as a tool. You know how some people walk up to you and they just start rambling off the break? And I just be like, first of all, you got to acknowledge me. That's how I feel. You got to stop and you got to acknowledge me. Don't come at me just da-da-da-da-da-da. No. Good morning. It sets a tone for the conversation.
Lisa, do you care?
That's what I learned. That's what I learned from the hospitality industry.
Do you care though?
Don't come at me firing. I tell you what I do care about. Don't come at me firing off the break. Don't, especially in the morning, don't come firing off of me off the break. Don't come at me 1,000. I need you to bring it down.
Do you care to respond? My question is, when you say good morning to each person, do you care to listen to their answer and the response? That's what I want to know. Every person you say good morning to, are you anticipating for their answer? To care what their answer is to how are you, good morning?
I don't know if I anticipate it. Sometimes I just feel like it's just a set of tone for the conversation.
I agree.
It sets a tone.
Definitely agree. I definitely but Lisa,
that's like if I see you and the first thing out the break, I haven't seen you for a couple of days. The first thing, you're gonna be like, "Whoa,
right?
Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
Right. You're right."
So to me, it sets a tone. Like, yo, you know what? Good morning. Oh, okay. Let me.
Right. But because we know each other, I feel like that's different. Like, I feel like if you know the people, that's different. But I'm saying when we go into a workspace or the world or whatever, and we see people and we just say good morning to everybody, that's the part for me, like, I guess I'm just different. Like now I'm different because I'm like, oh, ever since I listen, like, I'm like, do we really care what the person has to say? Are we just going through the emotional?
For me, yes. I have to say yes, I do, because you know something, whatever my response, sometimes my response could make or break, because I know that when so when I'm walking in and they come at me, just like Lisa said, they come at me, I'd be like, whoa, we didn't sleep together last night. What the hell's going on with you? Okay, so that breaks the ice. It breaks them down.
Exactly. I'm like, you don't address me like that, yo.
Not only does it break them down,
that's that
not
energy.
Does it break them down, but then also it trains them, because the next day they be like, good morning, Terry. I'd be like, that's what I'm talking about. So
thank you.
With that, but I'm always prepared, because automatically if I'm walking towards somebody and when I get that initial, interaction, to me, I read their body language. I'll be like, oh, what's up with you? Or they may say good morning in a grumpy way. Oh, what's what's wrong with you? Or you ain't get no ass last night. What's up with that? Then they start laughing. But then the concern is
sometimes the icebreaker.
Exactly. So they'll say whatever,
Right.
something. Oh, whatever. And I'd be like, listen, it ain't that deep. You know what, Terry? You right. This, that, the other. And their whole attitude is changed around. So yeah, to answer your question, B, yes. Yep. I am concerned about that because I could be the difference. Sometimes I could say something and they could still carry it. But you know something? But like Lisa said, the icebreaker made them laugh, made them chuckle, or took their mind off of what was going on for a minute. Even I'd be like, you want me to go whoop their ass?
I do believe that. I do. And I had to learn. I had to learn that. I had to learn that.
Definitely.
Because especially coming from New York, when I first moved down here, I was like, "What you saying good morning to me for?" Like,
because we're very we're not. New Yorkers are not opening and welcoming people. We're not that way as Southern people. Okay, because we're all about get in, get out. That's it. That's it. Quick. But then when you now that you're moving closer to the South, you have to bring that. We had to bring that down, and meet people halfway. So yes, definitely. I agree with Lisa.
That's my halfway. Because before, when I first moved down here, somebody say good morning to me, I'm clutching my purse like, yo,
it's a setup. Exactly.
What's about to go down?
Yeah,
that's my mentality.
Yeah,
It's a setup.
And if you come further south, they want to sit there and have a whole conversation with you about the weather, about the my
I'm not used to that.
I'm sorry, I'm from the South, but I don't know if it's my Scorpio side where I'm just like, I just don't want to talk to you. Like, I don't want to tell you about, I don't know you like that. So
No, I'm not used to that. I had to get used to it because I remember first people I made friends with down here, they were like, yo, Lisa, you got to speak. I'm like, what you mean I got to speak? I don't know, that they might be trying to rob me. That was my mentality. Like, no, you don't speak to everybody. But then one thing, again, my environment of the hospitality industry taught me too. You get more bees with honey.
Yep. And that was a challenge for me.
That was my learning. So it was kind of like, that was me too. Hell yeah, that was a challenge for me. That was my work, my bricks.
I made it my business. I said, okay,
hard.
Because also the selling side also, I said, okay, every person that I come in contact, I'm going to speak. Even if they don't speak, I'm going to speak because that is a potential business. So that's why I always was like, hey, good morning. And sometimes I remember my girlfriend's mother, she was walking me, she was like, that person? I was like, no. But in my mind, I got it so embedded in my mind now to speak to people because even now, we don't know if that's a potential somebody for potential business. So I make it my business to extend myself and put myself out there. Hey, good morning. How you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Because you never know.
You know what? It's so interesting how we all three of us perceive the good morning. Like, so Terry said it's potential business, right? I guess because I was in operations, the good morning was to put people in bay. Like, ho, I need you to slow down. Because they just coming at me like a faucet. You know what I'm saying? And then B is like, people say good morning. She don't want to say good morning because they might want to sit down and tell their whole entire life. It's interesting if you think about it.
Yeah,
like
the way you respond.
Yeah. So Terry's like potential business. Me, I'm just like to slow people down and put them at bay. like slow it down. Slow it down. And sometimes too, you get more bees with honey. And it's like, if I know I need something, I know I'm not going to come at the person like, because I don't like that. So I used to be like, all right, Lisa, you got to say good morning to this person. Act like you fucking interested. So,
Lisa,
good morning.
See, you just made my point.
There we go. Yo, in my mind, I do. I for real in my mind, sometimes I be like, okay, I got to go talk to this mother MF. Let me, okay, Lisa, count to 10. You're going to say good morning and then act like you're interested. Okay. Good morning. Hi.
And then you're acting like you're interested.
That's why I be like,
I need something.
The world doesn't give a fuck sometimes.
That's true. It's true.
They don't give a fuck. We just go full circle to the point that sometimes the good morning is just because we want it to be peaceful, but it's not really that. I'm just kidding. But yeah.
Now, I don't walk in the street and just say good morning to everybody. Now that I don't do.
I Well, you know something,
I don't know,
but you
Terry,
see,
if you do that. See, Terry does it. I don't. Terry
You know
fails, so I
what?
guess she did that. I don't do that.
Because I
No.
used to be in sales and when I had to go prospect, I do it out of automatic because I used to have to go out and prospect, right? So the thing is, like Terry said, because in the world of hospitality and you're a sales manager, you don't know who's who. So you don't know who you're interacting with until you get to the decision maker. So the thing is, you could be out in the street and that person could be the decision maker. So you have to be nice. So for me, I automatically, and it's funny because I had to I don't know if it's retrain myself, but yeah, I used to be like everybody in the street, like, hey, how are you? Hi,
No.
yeah, I do that just because it's just one of those things.
well, for me, I still do it
I don't do
because
that shit.
you know.
I ain't got time
Well,
for it. No,
me,
we gotta
I'm
draw the
always like,
line.
hey, because I need something done though. I need something done. I want to maintain the business, and then I never know because those are the ones that be jumping in and helping me. You know them guys? They're not supposed to be coming to help me. So, hey, babe, how you doing? You looking that mustache? What? Let me find out. What you need, Terry? You know, what you need, Miss Terry? They ready to do anything, and I don't have to say much. But I try to keep those relationships. Me, I'm always building relationships
right.
because you never know. I could be in the street, something happened to me. They be the first ones to jump in my
Just
aid
never
because
know.
you know, oh, she was always nice to me. She always gave me a compliment. But then when I don't act up, oh, well, fuck that bitch. Then that's why your tire flat. You know, shit like that. So I'm.
Yeah. Yeah. And I do believe sometimes it's the energy.
Yeah.
If I feel that energy, because there's some people you meet, like you just feel this energy, like you're gonna be like, hey, good morning, what's up? What's going on? It's a natural energy. Now, if I feel the energy, if we vibe and I feel the energy, then yes, I will do it with no problem. But if
then the
Smokey's
other
walking
thing
down the
it's
street,
funny
no.
with the good morning for me that I had to learn. So maybe you guys have experienced that, but I have. It's like
That's easy for me.
with the opposite sex. The experience, like sometimes you say good morning to people, like you said, Tara, being nice, and they fucking think that you want them.
But
They
see,
fucking think, because then it's like you being nice. No, hold on, you being nice, and they taking like, oh, she wants me, and I was like, okay, you know what?
Get off of the high horse. Ain't nobody wants you, sir. Take that BS someplace else. And I had a mofo tell me the other day, I don't understand because I look good. I was like, who the fuck told you that shit?
Lisa, you know what?
And then once again,
wait a minute, Lisa. Wait a minute.
Because I feel like the good morning is like you said, Lisa. It puts people at bay and they seem like, oh, she's nice. Oh, so I'm saying good morning and just, they don't see that I'm saying good morning to everybody else. It just feels special that, you know, I'm saying good morning and with a nice positive energy. So all of a sudden it's just like, oh, she's being nice to me. And then it becomes the point that now I got to stop saying good morning to you because your motherfucking ass think that somebody wants you. And I'm just being nice.
Want you.
No.
Again,
but then B, you know something? Yes, I do. Because you know why? Because that is you don't know if that's a potential, that could be your potential man. It really can. Listen, I read this article. Hold up. Wait.
You did see my face, right? You did. You did see my face.
I read this article.
Go ahead, Terry.
Article.
I'm just gonna let you know right now. But she doesn't care what you said. No.
She don't give a fuck what you gotta say, Terry.
You know something? That's all right.
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
I'm good with that. I am definitely good with that. All I'm saying, I read in this article that men, especially black men, are turned off by black women because we come off so angry all the time. Sometimes when they're coming across and just saying, you know, a simple good morning, that's all they're saying is a good morning. You know, it's either we grumbling or we ain't answering and stuff like that. Whereas the other Asian, white, whoever, they're, you know, quick to say good morning or whatever. Why? And to me, when I read that, I was like, wow, that shit really is powerful. So a simple good morning, you could think what you want. You could think that I'm checking for you. Okay, you could run with that. If that's going to make your day feel good, then fine, because I said good morning. But I make it my business, especially our black men, because I'm not looking to cut you down. I'm looking to help restore. We need to restore each other. So if it is that small step in saying good morning and the greeting, yes, I'm going to be that different. And then on top of that, that could be my potential next mate. Oh, you know something? It's a conversation. Oh, good morning to you. How are you? You know, that's a nice shirt you're wearing. Really? You know, so I've been seeing you for a while. You never know. That's how I think about this. Yeah. So it's a whole.
I will agree with you. I will agree with you 100% that yes, I do make it a point to make sure that I say good morning to the black man, because you're right. And my thing is, like, I don't have the energy, but I will say, me being nice and saying good morning, then it kind of like, I feel like the article is right in some way, but not everyone. Because the thing is, I'm not coming to you aggressively, right? And you have to also learn, because I also feel like at the same time, there's a level of, okay, if you're building a conversation with somebody, because you could tell when a man just wants to get in your pants, and let's be honest. So yes, they could be black, white, whatever, but it becomes an issue. Now I'm not a piece of ass. I'm being nice to you, but I'm not going to be treated with any kind of like disrespect, or you feel like, oh, okay, she's just another piece of ass, because then that becomes a level of, that's where my attitude may change. I'm not going to not say good morning, but the thing is, now you're coming with because let's be honest, they're coming with the flex and with the fronts and with a thing, and they're trying to show people like, oh, she's being nice to me. So then that's what I'm just like, you know what? I have to now protect myself, because I don't want nobody taking me out of my character to think no kind of way. So guess what? I'm just going to distance myself, because it comes off that way sometimes when that happens, at least to me. Just being nice, then it becomes a whole nother level, because now you just gotta feel the need to show off and to do this and to be in the middle of a store talking about, oh, she a good one, she a good Christian one. Yeah, that's happened to me, and then that's why I'm just like,
and just a hello. How did you order that and just hello? Because if you're just saying good morning, or you're just saying hello to that.
Because like you said, if I'm being nice to you, all I'm doing is being nice to you, correct? Because I'm not the typically aggressive black woman. I'm not going to shut you down. I'm going to say good morning, how are you, whatever. But the thing is, because you're being nice, they're making the assumption she's always nice. She's always saying good morning to all of us. She's always like, she's not giving us the black attitude woman, right? So the thing is, now they're just making their assumption like, oh, she seems like a good one, because you're being nice, because you're being respectful, because you're presenting yourself as, oh, you're not just a tip. I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying, brush you down or whatever.
Lady with no lip gloss this morning on. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Lisa.
Yeah, I don't have my lip gloss this morning. I couldn't find it again. Anyway, I actually see the both sides of you ladies. And in my journey called life, this thing called life, I had to learn that there's got to be a balance, right? I feel like, especially growing up in New York and you just having guys, I feel like, first of all, guys from up north are way more aggressive than guys down south.
Agree.
It's just what it is, okay? So, yes. So when, which me personally, I love it. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. Because they're so aggressive and they know what they want, I find that when I was younger, I had to be very like, I'm not speaking stone cold. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying good morning, whatever, ignoring, because you have to kind of keep them at bay, right? You're trying to keep them off of you, yo. It's like, you know, the quarterback running down the field, he's got all these people trying to tackle him and stuff. That's just me personally. I felt like, yo, I had to keep like, yo, back off. But then as I got older, again, saying good morning, you get more bees with honey sometimes. I find, you know what, Lisa, we got to do better with treating our black brothers a little bit better. Okay. I don't want to be adding to the problem. Okay. Because I think our black brothers already have enough problems with dealing out there in the world. They don't need it from their sisters too. Okay. So I was like, okay, I'm going to be nice and I'm going to say good morning and I'm going to say hello. But the minute you say something crazy to me,
there you go.
Exactly. We back on and popping. But that's all.
That's what I'm saying.
The minute you say something crazy to me.
And the thing is, I'm not even going to stop, because I think it's also a retraining, because you also, even when they do that, Terry, I don't want to say that I stop, but there is a level of, okay, maybe I just give you a head bop in the morning and say, like, what? Like, there's a level of, I'm still gonna be courteous, because I don't want to be, because I'm not the angry black woman, right? I'm not this person, so I understand. But at the same time, it's like Lisa said, I don't want you to get the wrong impression, because at the same time, Terry, they're not potential mate, because we're gonna use wisdom and insight. Not everybody's, and you already, because the thing is, if you listen to people and observe people, sometimes our intuition already tell, at least for me, what I've experienced is in observing people and listening to people and saying good morning. People do. The thing is, when you're also nice, people have a way of telling you stuff. You understand what I'm saying? And then when we listen and we observe, so I'm not gonna say, oh, they're because they're not. I'm just being honest, just because, insight and wisdom. But it's being nice enough to be able to be like, okay, let's reprogram you to not think, because I'm saying hi to you and I'm being nice, that all of a sudden now you want to see me as a piece of ass, because there's a level that I have to retrain you, that I need respect also. You need to know how to respect people that are just nice to you, and they're not everybody now all of a sudden doesn't give you the free reign to just think like, oh, women are just a piece of ass, or she's saying nice to me, so I just want to get in her pants, because that's what they're thinking about. Oh,
that's true.
Let's just be honest. I'm not gonna disrespect you.
That's why I got to come back with the witty lines with them.
Yeah, you do.
The witty joint to shut them down.
You can't be standing in the store talking about, oh, she a good one, nephew. You need to get with that. That's just like, what the fuck? No. You can't.
Okay, you know something?
Sorry.
I guess for me, even if they they stand there like you said, saying, "Oh, she a good one, nephew." If that's what you want to think, then go. If that's gonna make your day, then go ahead. I don't have to. To me, I don't have to respond.
Go ahead.
I don't have to keep going back and forth. I said good morning. That's it. If you feel that that's a good one, nephew, go ahead. If you have the balls enough to step to me to say something, then I will have to address you and be like, you know something, sweetheart? I thank you very much, which had happened before. Thank you very much for the compliment. However, you and me, you're not my type. You're not my type. You may be somebody else's.
Yeah, because that's a whole nother conversation. Yeah, but you're not my type. Every statement doesn't warrant a comment.
Correct. That's why you walk away. So I completely agree that sometimes good morning leads to those. They lead to those places where you just got to learn to, like, okay, I'm gonna let you have that. Walk away like I do, because I just look and turn my head and walk away, and they know I'm infamous for that at work. When they say something, if it's funny, I'll laugh and chuckle and move it along. But like you said, sometimes you have to learn to be nice, but at the same time, the niceness doesn't have to be that you also don't reprogram your black man to be like, to do different. Just like we have to do different, they also have to be different to understand, like, oh, somebody is just genuinely saying good morning to me to be nice to me. You understand what I'm saying? And that's where I'm saying, like, we just have to be, because I'm not gonna, but I also have to make sure that you understand, like, I'm just showing you respect. And you understand what I'm saying? The level of you're a man, you're a black man, respect. That's it.
And it's not my fault that my words are smoother than the cream cheese on your bagel and you feel that I want you. No, that's not my fault.
No, she didn't.
It's not this Haitian accent getting you all bothered, and I'm just saying.
I think for me, I like the upper hand of the control, because when they walk by, for instance, there's this guy on my job, he's real big. Yeah. I'd be like, oh, Terry. Big, sexy, good morning, like the way the pants fitting, and then he blushing for the whole day.
So Terry,
is that what a manager should be saying to somebody at work?
Terry is the opposite. See, Terry is the one.
Girl, somebody about to have you down in HR. You walking around telling people that?
Yeah, see, no, Terry. You can have that, Terry.
Not at work.
Yes,
Not at work.
but I don't want. No, see, that's where Terry's liking that stuff. She's putting fuel to the fire, Lisa.
Not at work, yo. You're going to end up in HR, keep fucking around.
Oh my gosh, no.
And they going to tell you, I don't give a fuck.
For me, it works in my advantage because they're not coming at me. Because what they do is like, oh, you know, I ain't messing with you today. Or let me go past Terry because I know she's going to say something slick. So, yeah, so all of that works. It does work to my advantage. So, you know, I mean, when Big Sexy passed by, I'd be like, Big Sexy, you looking good this morning. All right, now you got some sleep. You ain't passed by the key food because I see you ain't got no bags under your eyes. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Wait, hold on.
So it just works to my advantage.
So we just concluded that some of the world gives a fuck, some doesn't. It all depends on how you take each individual person.
Right.
Point blank.
I agree.
All right.
Lord. And to our listeners out there, please do not walk around work telling people how they look all big and
big,
rough
sexy, and all this.
Big, sexy, and all of that stuff.
Well, actually, I can't say that. I'm not going to agree with Lisa. I'm going to say do what feels right for you to get whatever you need to get.
Because that
could be construed too.
When I said it to him, he's another one in the manager's program and a manager who's training us. He was there, so all three of us. I ain't yelling it across the belt. It was just all three. So we had a little chuckle about that.
Okay, it's a manager to manager. Okay, so if it's manager to manager, just don't end up in HR, yo.
Come on now.
Sexual harassment. Now sexual harassment. I know you like to be in control.
Unless you're with the HR person and they can't. Just make sure like you always a step ahead, 2 steps of the game. Make sure it works to your advantage.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I'm in HR and it's a man, I'd be like, I like the way your hand moving with that pen there. Like the way you're making that circle there.
All right. Thank you, listeners, for tuning in this week with us.
They're gonna have everybody losing their job.
Don't listen to the red gal. The Tantalizing Trini.
Disclaimer.
Oh shit! She's about to get people fired, yo, this week.
Oh, okay.
Terry, go ahead and take us out, yo.
The tip is, you have to know within yourself how you feel. If you feel like saying hello, then say hello. If you don't, then, don't. But don't go out there looking to be kiss my ass. No, you go out there with, positive thoughts, positive feelings, good, love in your heart, and, try to spread that as much as you can. And to our Black women, please uplift our Black men. Just a simple wave or, hi or good morning. You wouldn't believe how that does the world for them. And it really, really does make a difference. And on that note, D Lyman crew, we are out. All right, people, the Bacchanal Queens, we are ready to leave. But before we leave, we would like to thank you for joining us this week on Unfiltered Lyman with BLT. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and join our Facebook page. As always, subscribe to the show to catch every new episode and leave us a review so we can